Hey, Dr. Kurt here, and I want to tell you about our signature program at Dr. Kurt's place called YOUniversity. And this has the emphasis and goal of guiding you to become the best version of you. It's a complete and utter lie that you can be anything you want to be. Like, the only thing you can be is the best version of you. You're special because you have unique gifts, talents, and strengths that need to be expressed fully. The problem is that more often than not, those gifts, talents, and strengths are being severely underutilized and outright squashed because of your poor health. It's nearly impossible to be your fully effective self when you are riddled with brain fog, chronic pain, anxiety, bubble gut, and fatigue, just to name a few. Therefore, our YOUniversity program is a combo of getting you well by teaching you how to do so for yourself with the ultimate goal of you using your health gains to then go and use your gifts, talents, and strengths to serve those around you. Now, how is YOUniversity unique? It's unique because you're unique. But it's not because of your genetic code that makes you unique. Honestly, there's more variations in tomatoes than there are in humans. Now, what makes you unique is your biochemistry. So think about it as the interplay between your life's experience, exposures, and choices and your genetic code. So your DNA is going to always be the constant in that equation of life. So with that said, there are 14 variables to take into consideration in creating your plan of action with the success of the program geared around optimizing your body's systems, not suppressing symptoms. So with these 14 variables, I know there's 15 dots, but that's you at the top. The base of any pyramid is going to have the most influence on the expression of your health. So if the foundation is faulty, then the structure above it is going to crumble. So within the YOUniversity program, we're looking to address the big five. There are nutritional, chemical, physical, mental/social, and medical influences on your health expression. These are the root causes of your issues, but it's often a daunting task to start here. So we move up the pyramid and address 4 primary physiological dysfunctions that are making you ill while you are learning some new lifestyle habits and behaviors. This is where functional testing helps narrow in where we target more specifically and make this more unique to you. Now, there's oxidation. Think of this like revving your engine at every stoplight. You're going to spit out more emissions, burn through fuel quicker, and even rip apart your engine, making it run so hot all the time. There's inflammation. This is blamed to be at the root of the chronic illness, but I would caution you in calling it bad. Inflammation is a protective mechanism in the body. It becomes a problem when we haven't stopped to rest that engine revving and we go into more of an overprotective mode. There's catabolic activity. This means you've shifted into a state of body breakdown. The harder and faster you're pushed and pushing yourself, the quicker your body breaks down. Imagine being in a perpetual sprint mode all day, every day. At some point, you can't keep up a demand and the body intelligently rips itself apart to try and keep up a demand. If you need calcium for your muscles to contract, you're going to rob it from your bones. If you need cholesterol to patch up damage, you're going to rob it from your sex hormones. Last, there's often a blood sugar insulin resistance situation that is happening. Remember, insulin resistance isn't just reserved for the obese and diabetics. We can have major insulin resistance and still be skinny. Now, next up the pyramid is the sequence of the 3 systems to support. With illness, when we look back through your personal history, the first system to take a hit is often the neuroendocrine. In other words, this is how your brain is communicating with your body. And that communication is often shifted into a protection mode. Long enough in that mode, it starts to break the body down. So remember that catabolic activity. And what ends up happening is the easy target is going to be that gut and GI system. So think of the gut as the tube from your mouth to porcelain Johnny. It's part digestion, part immune response. And if we're shifted into protection mode, we're going to put way more emphasis into the immune expression instead of digestion. Now, long story short, when the gut gets overloaded, that strong barrier, kind of protection from the external world, breaks and therefore dumps contents into the bloodstream. And this elicits more of an immune load and inflammatory response. But in order to support that inflammatory need, this is where the liver is recruited to help, which puts our ability to detox on the back burner. And so we have this 3-system disruption. Now, many coming in will support these systems, but because they're doing them out of sequence, they're going to be hitting some roadblocks in their healing journey. Let's say many start with a detox, but if the gut isn't supported, it's not going to be that effective. Or many will, quote unquote, heal the gut. But if you haven't addressed the neuroendocrine signaling to the gut to make that gut barrier strong, then there's going to be a disruption there. Now, ultimately, everything, so these 3 layers, are driving you into one of 2 positions in life, and often it's usually a combination of the 2. You're either deficient in something or you're toxic in something. You may be deficient in social contact. You may be toxic in sitting. You may be deficient in movement. You may be toxic in medications. Like, the list can go on and the variables can start to compound upon each other. So by addressing these 14 variables, we start to support the one and only you. You as the cellular integrity. You are that single cell in the petri dish, and we are trying to optimize the petri dish, which is your environment. How you eat, how you move, how you think, and all the effects that comes with it. Now, you've heard that teamwork makes the dream work. In your case, honestly, you're doing most of the work. We are just the guides. You're the hero. And so let's change that to, with the right guide, you stay alive. I don't know, kind of corny. Now, within the university program, we have kind of different unique talents and gifts based on positions. For example, you will have a field general to meet with you on your turf. And this is going to be basically where you need help most in creating new habits. Maybe you're intimidated by the grocery shopping. Maybe you hate to cook. Maybe you have no idea how to perform a squat. This is where Jamie uses her strengths of learner, positivity, connectedness, woo, and harmony to be your field guide. Now, not sure what woo is? Well, it's a strength from the Strengths Finders assessment, recently switched to the Cliffs Finders assessment, that we have each participant go through. This is where David steps in to help you uncover and apply your personal strengths as his role as a professor of potential. Now, in working with driven, busy professionals, one of the biggest underlying stresses people experience is their work. And it's not because work is hard. They actually enjoy that. They're good at that. It's easier for them to double down and work harder. The stress comes because they're not doing roles in which they are best suited, or they're trying to manage people that are not in the right roles. So through the Strengths Finder assessment and coaching, you start to apply your health gains to your talents and uniqueness, creating a level of productivity and effectiveness in your personal mission not thought possible. Now, with the university program, you're going to get a lot. You get at least 8 appointments with touch points from all the team members. You have direct access with emails and phone calls when you have questions, or maybe you just want to boast about some wins. You'll be getting a personalized lifestyle and supplement plan based on your functional lab testing. You'll have access to our online learning center with resources to aid in your journey. And the best part is that you'll have forever access. So anything that we update within that program, well after you're done with our initial time together, you still have access to it. So if you have questions about this university program, and if you're a right fit, feel free to reach out and book a complimentary discovery call to see if we are a good fit. We would love to be the guide in your hero journey in turning your health woes into dominating your mission and purpose. So I'm Dr. Kurt, and here's to creating more health, less healthcare.